Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Indians at Cleveland Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 2-0 with a 4.40 ERA. And pitching for the Indians today is Wayne Garland, whose record is 3-1 with a 3.65 ERA. And so miraculously, we hung on to get the victory and take 2 out of 3 against the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. So I feel pretty good about this road trip so far. They are the second place team, and we managed to get a couple victories from them and distance ourselves from the Yanks. If you take a look at the standings real quick, Cleveland is now also a second place team with the Yankees. They are 16-10. I have no idea how they're doing it. I guess it's their pitching. Their ERA is under 4, but they are definitely not known for having great pitching, and we've seen their hitting, which, other than a couple of players, has not really produced much. So going back to the calendar here for just 1 second, we have 2 games left this month, and then as we do every month, at the end, we will have a month summary where we'll take a look at the league leaders and we'll go over the standings a little bit more in depth. So that will be tomorrow. And also tomorrow, I'm expecting my shipment of the 2 1982 Fleer baseball wax packs. It should be here tomorrow, and if it is, then I'm going to do that video tomorrow. So there could be 3 videos tomorrow if everything goes as planned. So that's the Fleer wax pack video, the actual game video for tomorrow, and then finally the month summary video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with today's game. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like and or subscribe if you enjoy this content. And let's see, there we go. Let's take a look. We have Bruce Robbins on the mound. He is a lefty, so we're going to see some different players in the lineup for the Indians today. And Dave Rucker, our lefty setup man, will not be available for today's game. He's listed as tired. Otherwise, the rest of the bullpen is available. Our lineup today versus Wayne Garland, who is a righty. Basically the same lineup as yesterday. You know what? Actually, I did not want to leave. That's my bad. I did not want to leave Reggie Jackson in there in right field for a second straight game. He did play pretty well in right field yesterday. He did not make an error, and but he also went 0 for 4. So that means John Mayberry gets to keep the DH spot for another day. So there's our lineup for today, and we'll do the official lineup right here as we roll it over into the season stats. You can take a look there. And the lineup for Detroit today, batting leadoff and playing second base, is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second at first base is Greg Brock. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup in center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting fifth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth and DHing is John Mayberry. Batting seventh in right field is Andre Dawson. Batting eighth in left field is Kirk Gibson. And finally, batting ninth at shortstop is Alan Trammell. On the mound for the Indians is Wayne Garland, maybe their best pitcher. 3-1 on the season with that 3.65 ERA. 16 walks and 16 Ks. Not a strikeout pitcher, that's for sure. Opponents are batting .272 against him. Fastball, he's got 5 pitches here. His fastball tops out around 87 miles an hour. But that's not even his best pitch. The curveball's his go-to pitch to get a strikeout. Everything else is under the 80 rating for average. So he's got a slider, he's got a screwball, he's got a fastball that's barely existent. He even throws a knuckleball. I don't remember seeing that before from him, but maybe we'll see 1 or 2 of those today. So, okay, there is the defensive alignment for the Cleveland Indians today. And we have Sweet Lou leading off. against Wayne Garland. 9 for 18 in his career against Garland. And there is another base hit for Whitaker through the left side of the infield. And a runner on first. Okay, we're going to hit and run with Greg Brock. We've got a couple nicknames. I've been asking for nicknames for Brock. We've got G-Bro. We've got Stolen Base by Whitaker. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't even see a pitch, but Whitaker took second base from the Indians. We'll take that. Now we'll let Brock swing away. So we have B-Rock. We have G-Bro. I like them both, actually. As Brock hits a ground ball to second, Whitaker moves to third. And we have our boy, Mickey Hatcher up, who's just crushing it. We are going to have him just try to drive it to the outfield. Give us a shot here, score a run. Oh, and he pops it straight up on the infield to short. The dibber makes the play. Jerry Dybzinski, there's 2 down. And it's going to be up to Rickey in the cleanup role today to drive in that run. And a base hit up the middle, that's why he's in the cleanup position. He does lead the team in RBIs, and he has been batting primarily in the 1 or 2 spot. Now we're up a run with 2 down, and we're going to try to steal second on Chris Bando. Bando, as a reminder here, 82 arm, so a little bit above average. Not great range, but he's got a decent arm. And Henderson, of course, has a penchant for getting thrown out, so we'll see how this plays out. 2 down, runner on first. Henderson's going, and he gets caught stealing, for crying out loud. It is just unbelievable. We go to the bottom of the first. Tigers get on the board, though, on the RBI single from Henderson. Let's take a look at the Indians lineup rundown. Kevin Rhomberg leading off, playing second base. Batting second at shortstop is Jerry Dybzinski. Batting third and DHing is Karl Pagel. Batting cleanup at first base is Jim Wilson. Batting fifth in right field is Miguel Dilone. Batting sixth and in left field is Joe Charboneau. Batting seventh and catching is Chris Bando. Batting eighth and at third base is Jerry Royster. And finally, batting ninth in center field is Von Hayes. Pitching for the Tigers is Bruce Robbins. Kind of an up and down season. He's 2-0. Record really not indicative of how he's pitched, though. Opponents are batting .281 against him with that .440 ERA. He's got 20 Ks and 28.2 innings pitched. Let's take a look at his log. I remember this last start, the one that he got this victory. We tried to push him to the sixth inning, and he completely imploded. Ended up still getting the victory. But we know that sweet spot is between 5 and 6 innings, and usually not much more than that. So his fastball's around to 95 miles an hour. It's rated 93, which is incredibly good. It's got a change and a sinker that he works in there as well. So he is a ground ball pitcher. It's rated high at 49%. There's the Tigers' defensive alignment. We're back to our normal setup. And here is Kevin Rhomberg leading off, 1 for 9 against Bruce Robbins, and there's a base at the left. So they've got a speedy guy on base. Rhomberg has 5 stolen bases, 5 out of 6. Among the top 10 his first 2 seasons in our sim. And then the dibber gets a base at the left. This is not going to be good, folks, I have a feeling. First and second. This is a guy that we could turn 2 on, though. Karl Pagel. 2 for 9. He does have a home run against Robbins, and Robbins walks him. So the bases are jacked for Jim Wilson, career minor leaguer, batting .359 versus lefty. So we're gonna play back. We'll give up a run to get a double play. Indians, this team is tough. As a base at the left. A double, scoring 2, and it's 2-1, and nobody's out. And we've got Miguel Dilone up. We had a little conversation about Miguel Dilone not too long ago. We had a comment recently on game number 12. As we pull the infield in now, And we were just trying to say that Dilone gets a base at the center field. Both runs will score. Will Robbins get an out? That is the question now. But we were just commenting on how Dilone is a player who had tons of stolen bases. And he had very little power, but it's inverted in this game as Charboneau rips it into the gap for a double. And there's nobody out. What do we do here? We've given up 4 runs on 5 hits and a walk, and Robbins has got one person out. We got to pull the infield in against catcher Chris Bando. Now, and a wild pitch scores another run. So this game is pretty much out of control. We are getting moguled, and there's nothing you can do about it. Another walk. 38 pitches and a base hit. Okay. So this is total crap, and there's nothing you can do about it, and we're going to have to take out Robbins. So that destroys his season ERA so far. I guess we're going to bring in, I guess we're just going to run through the relievers, starting with Cappy. He's a lefty. You got to face a lefty here. Von Hayes batting .061 versus lefties, and he strikes him out, so there's an out. So this is the first time this season that we've really been moguled like this, where there's literally nothing you can do. There's nothing that a pitcher can do to get an out, and Robbins pays that price. And I do believe in our 3 seasons, the first time a starting pitcher has not had one out, to his credit. So a terrible start to this game. It's 6-1 Indians with Lance Parrish leading off here at the top of the second. Garland walks Parrish. Runner on first. John Mayberry's up. Mayberry is crushing it. He's over 300. He's got an RBI double, and I think Mayberry has taken the DH role away from Reggie right now. Here's Andre Dawson. Runner on second. Dawson, we had to give him the day off. He was listed as tired, and he's been terrible as he pops out here in the foul ground on the third base side. Royster makes the play. 1 down. Here's Gibby. Wild pitch moves Mayberry to third. We're going to try to go on contact. Mayberry, not a ton of speed. Yeah, of course. Gibby strikes out on an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. All right. This is going to be one of those games where I'm going to be pissed off the whole game. As Trammell comes through in the 9-hole with the base hit, knocks in a run. Do we go for 2? We may as well. It's early. Give us a shot here. There we go. Trammell gets a double. And a ribby. And it's 6-3. So we can chip away at this. Wayne Garland, 1982. The 81 season was his last season. They made a card for him for Donruss, but not in the other brands that year. So he was cut by the Indians after that 10-year contract was signed as Whitaker pops out. So Garland is just playing on borrowed time right now as we go to the bottom of the second. And it's 6-3. We're making a game of it. We're going to ask a lot of our bullpen today, starting with Capizzello. So these guys are going to have to step up. Cappy got out of the first, and he gets the leadoff runner, Dybzinski, the leadoff batter, I should say, as a ground out to first. And then Karl Pagel, lefty on lefty crime, base hit to right. 7 hits now for the Indians. Jim Wilson up next. Jim Wilson, an absolute nobody, is 2 for 2. He has himself a double. Second and third now. 1 down for Miguel Dilone. I'm going to pull the infield in. I mean, what else can we do? We got to play defensively here. A ground ball to Whitaker at second. Whitaker goes home, gets the lead runner. And Cappy's 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Super Joe Charboneau's up. He is batting .391. And again, Charboneau in real life, I guess he's a backup, but he's only playing versus lefties. But that's realistic. By 82, he was cooked. Ground ball to third. Hatcher throws him out. So after winning Rookie of the Year in 1980, Charboneau really struggled afterwards. They tried to make a player out of him, but he never regained his rookie year stats. And then Brock gets hit by a pitch by Garland. Let's just keep chipping away. This is what Hatcher does. He hits and runs really well. So that's what we're going to do here. We'll stay out of the double play for sure. Ground ball to first. Brock takes second. And let's see if Rickey can get another RBI. One down. Runner on second for Rickey. And Rickey hits a high fly ball. Deep to center field. That'll get Brock to third easily. So Brock standing on third base with Lance Parrish up. Parrish 3 for 18 and a walk against Garland. There we go. Other way. Oh, he hit it too sharply. It's going to be caught by the right fielder, Miguel Dilone, and that'll do it. So Tigers waste an opportunity there. We go to the bottom of the third. We need Cappy to go one more inning here as Chris Bando steps in, and Cappy strikes him out. Second K for Capizello. Jerry Royster also in there versus lefties. Popping it up to first. Brock makes the play. 2 down. It's going to leave it up to Von Hayes to get something going. Ground ball to second base. So great job by Capizello. We will take him out and bring in Tom Hume in the bottom of the fourth. For now, we're at the top of the fourth. It is John Mayberry leading off 4 for 11 in a home run against Garland. He's batting .409 versus righties. I wish he could get a home run, though, as Mayberry grounds out to second. Reggie's leading the team with 5 home runs, and he can't even get in a bat now. Andre Dawson gets off the schneid. Base hit up the middle. Do we want to go for 2? We do not. But Gibby, we're going to let swing away. We need something from Gibson. Weak little grounder back to Garland. They get the leadoff runner at second base. So force out at second. 2 down for Trammell. 8 for 18 against Garland. And a ground ball to short. So no luck there. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Good job by Capizello. His ERA is at .090, and we just brought him up. So good job by him. And now we're going to bring in Tom Hume. We'll take a look at Tommy. 11th game, a 2.08 ERA. 7 Ks in 13 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .233. He does have a save. That was a 3-inning save. One of those rarities. And Kevin Rhomberg leading off against Hume, and Hume walks him. Runner on first then for the Dibber. Oh no. Back-to-back walks. And Karl Pagel up. Now, Hume does pitch pretty well versus lefties, but yeah, this is bad. There's not much you can do, but we're gonna pull the infield in. I mean, you just got to play the odds. I was watching a Mets game the other day, and they pulled the infield in, and the announcer said something to the effect that with the infield pulled in, although it worked this time, the batter's batting average jumps up 100 points. We're going to keep the infield at normal depth and try to turn 2 here with Pagel on first. And that's an infield single. It's 7-3. Yeah, there was no way they were not going to score that inning as Dilone lines out to left for the second out. You get 2 walks, a wild pitch, and there's no way you're going to keep them off the board. And then Charboneau just rips it off the wall in center field. Another run scores. It's 8-3. Chris Bando, he's up next. He's 0 for 3 against Hume in his career. Lines it to second base, and Whitaker makes the play. We're down by 5 here in the top of the 5th. sweet lose up. I still feel like we're going to tack on a few more runs. As the little grounds out to short. Brock up next, and he strikes out. Okay, well, that is a false sense of bravado if I think we're going to score any more runs at this point. Hatcher walks. Rickey crushes it. Hey, there we go. A 2-run shot from our new cleanup hitter, Rickey Henderson, his 4th on the season. And folks, we're down by 3. You get those 2 runs back. So, I don't know. I'm all over the place right now. I'm bipolar in the moment. As Parrish grounds out to short. I guess we're going to try to keep the hope alive, and we definitely have to have Hume go one more inning here. So first time Hume and Jerry Royster are facing each other in the game anyway, as Royster gets a base at the left. I'm sure they must have faced each other a lot in the National League. As Royster's on first now for Von Hayes. Hayes has struck out his only time, and there's a ripped into the gap. I mean, come on. This is a slugfest, and there's just no way to stop the bleeding. Pulling the infield in for the 10th time as Rhomberg flies up the center field. Royster tags, and it's 9-5. At least we got an out. There's one down. Hayes, for some reason, did not tag up. Not even to draw the throw. That's weird. The Dibber, 1 for 3 against Hume, grounds out to third. And we're going to pitch to Pagel. We could just walk him here. But Hume's capable of doing that all on his own. There we go. See? I knew he could get it done. 3 walks, no strikeouts for Hume. Jim Wilson up next. Wilson has been unstoppable. There's another base hit on the left field line. Does he have... Oh, I thought that was going to be his 3rd double of the game, and it's 10-5. And Miguel Dilone strikes out. So we're trading 2-run innings, and we're not really making up the ground like we need to. Here's John Mayberry leading off. At least we got Mayberry going for us today. Ground ball to second. There's 1 down. Flip it over to the in-game stats. Andre Dawson up next. He strikes out. And Gibby hasn't even made contact yet today. Flies out to right. There we go. Okay, Hume. Oh, look, his ERA jumped right up. Gave up 4 runs. It's tough, but this is what we're dealing with today. Okay, we're going to bring in Keith Comstock, a lefty. He's the next in line in the bullpen, technically. And he's given up 3 home runs this year. His ERA sits at 3.65. Opposed to 2.65 against him. If you look at his log, no, look at his splits. Look at him do the splits. He's a lefty. He can't get lefties out. But righties he crushes. So maybe we're going to have a little bit of luck here as he faces Super Joe to lead off the bottom of the 6th. And he strikes him out. Unbelievable. The reverse averages do not make sense in this game. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's prevalent. And again, keep in mind, I did change a lot of the park effects, so maybe there is something to that. Maybe it's partially myself to blame, as the Tigers walk another batter. This time, Jerry Royster. Here's a lefty-on-lefty situation. Von Hayes batting 0.57 versus lefties. Grounds out to short. And finally, we keep him off the board. We go to the top of the 7th. We've got Trammell, Whitaker, and Brock due up. Garland at 101 pitches now. Walks Trammell. And that'll do it. They're going to bring in Don Cooper, former pitching coach for the Chicago White Sox, in his 5th appearance of the season. He hasn't given up a run yet. In fact, he's been pretty deadly. Supposedly been 148 against him. This is his, in the 1982 season, this is his rookie card. So he was not an actual major leaguer until the 1982, well, I guess it would be 1981 season, technically, in order to get an 82 card. Runner on first. Let's just have Lou swing away. Let's not hit and run. Let's not do any fancy stuff. Let's just do what we do best and put the bat on the ball. Whitaker popping up into foul ground. There's one down. Greg Brock up next, 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. And he walks. So first and second. Mickey Hatcher 0 for 2 with a walk. And he hits a high fly ball to center field. That's chased down by Hayes. Travel does tag up. Takes third. And another opportunity here for Henderson. 2 for 3 with a home run. Driven in 3 runs today. And a ground ball to second. And that'll do it. Going to the bottom of the seventh inning stretch. We will have the robot race coming back when we get back to Tiger Stadium against the Brewers. I think the day is May 3rd of the game. So we'll see what happens next in the robot race as Kevin Rhomberg leads off. This guy has been a tough out today. He drops in a base hit. He's 2 for 3 with a walk. He is yet to have stolen a base. Oh, come on. Another walk. And then Pagel flies out down the left field line. Caught in foul territory by Gibby. There's one down. And, okay, Wilson is 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs. If there weren't runners on base, I would say plunk him. And he hits into a double play. Good job by Comstock. That's all we're going to ask of him. We're going to bring in Kerrigan next. So to the top of the 8th, Lance Parrish rips it down the left field line off the wall. We're not going to go for a triple with Parrish. We'll take a double, though. And that's asking an awful lot of a really slow catcher. And then Mayberry comes up. Does he drop it in for a hit? Oh, it will be caught. Parrish won't be able to tag on that. One down. Come on, Dawson. You're an RBI machine, man. You're a Hall of Famer. He strikes out like he is a bottom of the barrel. Not even a replacement level player in this game. And then Gibson flies out to center field. All right. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Good job by Comstock. Threw a couple innings in there. Tigers pitcher is incredibly wild today. We're going to bring in Joe Kerrigan. We've only got Kerrigan and Weaver left. I really ought to bring in Weaver now that I think about it, that's what we're going to do. We're going to undo this. And we're going to bring in Weaver because Weaver has pitched the least amount of innings. And I'm assuming we're not going to win this game. So he's only got to go one this game to get us through this fiasco. Dilone leading off the bottom of the 8th by popping out. One down. And then Joe Charboneau, ground ball to Trammell. And finally, the only batter in the Indians lineup without a hit today, Chris Bando pops it up. He has walked, so he's been on base. And that'll do it. We're down to our final 3 outs, mercifully, with Alan Trammell leading off. Here's Tram. Strikeout. Whoa, that was a solid pitch. Guess that was in the zone. Nice curveball there. Next up is Sweet Lou. And we're going to bring in Reggie for a shot here off the bench. 2 down. Here's Reggie. Let's see if Reggie can get something going here. 2-out rally. Nope. Ground ball to first, and that'll do it. That was the worst game of the season as Robbins could not get one damn out. Yeah, they were people want to offer us trades. Filer we need. We need Filer, who is not really doing well in AAA the last I looked. And we don't want to take on any salary. So no thank you. Let's take a look at the standings as Cleveland is legit 1.5 back now as the Tigers fall to 18-8. Kansas City still cruising along at 17-7. Their OPS as a team is 911. That is insane. I don't want to face them anytime soon. Let's take a look at transactions. Nothing here of note. Let's pull up the box score and move on with our lives. What a bummer. Tomorrow, 3 videos, though, supposedly. We're going to try to knock them out. We're going to have the Fleer wax packs to open, which I'm super excited about. We're looking for the Cal Ripken Jr. rookie card, which is worth about $40. As it's obviously Rickey Henderson for player of the game. That's his 7th already. And then we'll play our actual game for that day, and then we'll have a third video, which is going to be the end of month summary. Robbins, look at that. Could not get an out. 6 hits, 2 walks. Let's hope that is just a anomaly, as Cappy did great. Hume did what Hume does. Comstock and Weaver showed up with their gloves. So that's it. We're getting out of here. I'm tired of this crap. Oh, yeah, 2 doubles. I mean, Jim Wilson, 4 for 5, 4 RBIs. Give that guy some credit, too. All right, we'll come back tomorrow with Game 2 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.